Well, howdy, 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 fans. It's me, Ol T Voeltz, and I'm coming to you today with the September 20th edition of the Nuts and Volts of NXT. And we had a top show tonight, and by top I mean we started out great and we ended great. This show was really bookend by tremendous quality matchups. But before we got to that, we saw a very heartfelt graphic dedicated to the recently deceased, one of the greatest performers, all-around performers of all time, and you'd be hard-pressed to find someone better, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Our hearts continue to go out to his family and friends. A lot of this show now, speaking of NXT and moving on, was dedicated to the build-up of their next NXT TakeOver event, which is going to be TakeOver Houston a little bit further down the road. But up first, we had none other than Johnny Gargano taking on Tino Sabatto. Now, this is what we saw in this matchup. We saw the experience of Johnny wrestling, Johnny Gargano, versus the much larger, physically, Tino Sabatto. But although Johnny Gargano seems to have something going inside mentally with him, and they even made reference that something's going on between the ears of Johnny Gargano, he still was able to pull out a victory. Now, a lot of fans have been talking about Johnny Gargano. Not the biggest dog in the fight, but he has one of the biggest hearts, and this guy has a lot of experience, and he's very good at, number one, connecting with the crowd, and number two, just his in-ring ability. Watch for continued success out of Johnny Gargano. What do you guys think about Johnny Gargano? Let me know. I want to know. Have you ever seen the rain? No, I want to know what you think of Johnny Wrestling. And you can let me know right below here on One Wrestling's YouTube page, right down in the comment section. Or you can hit me up on the Twitter information below. Alright, moving on. We had Roderick Strong asking William Regal, excuse me, I almost said Steve Regal, William Regal for a matchup for the NXT Championship. And guess what? He gets it in 2 weeks versus Drew McIntyre. Guys, what do you guys think of Roderick Strong? Is NXT the right place for him? Let me know down in the comment section. I was not sold on Roderick Strong in NXT or the WWE when he first hit the scene, but since then they've done a really good job of making us care about Roderick Strong. They've told us a lot about his personal story. They've given him some character. Now, his in-ring ability was never in question. Now that they're giving this guy a little character, giving us a reason to care about this guy, with me, he's getting over. I like Roderick Strong. Now, does he stand a chance against the much larger Drew McIntyre? I guess we'll find out in 2 weeks. Next up, we had female action as Lacey Evans fell to the victorious Bianca Belair as they move closer to that NXT women's title matchup at TakeOver Houston. As we all know, Asuka had to relinquish her title, and she's going up to the main roster when she gets back from her victory. So we're going to be crowning a new NXT Women's Champion at TakeOver Houston. So watch each week as they filter in more ladies from the recent Mae Young Classic tournament. Alright, next up we had Aleister Black in the ring, and he was speaking. Number one, Aleister Black, as far as in the ring, is money. As far as on the microphone, the jury's still out. Luckily, well, kind of luckily, the Velveteen Dream interrupted him. Now, the Velveteen Dream is very different, if you will, but I was happy to see him simply because he interrupted Aleister Black, because he wasn't really capturing my attention on the microphone. I like Aleister Black in the ring when he's not talking. Anyways, the Velveteen Dream comes and interrupts him, and then let me just say this about the situation. It got weird. Not sure what I'm talking about? Go back and watch it, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, because I'm not even want to talk about it. I will say this. As the Velveteen Dream was exiting the ring area, he was mouthing the words to Aleister Black, those 3 little words that mean so much, that start with I and ends with you, with an L-O-V-E in the middle. Go back and watch it. The crowd really reacted to this situation. Up next we had No Way Jose. I made that noise. I don't know why I made that noise. I'm not having a stroke or anything like that. No offense to those of you that had strokes out there, but No Way Jose, he's no way for me. I don't care for this guy one bit. He's too over the top. I don't like it. Anyways, he takes on the big, mean Lars Sullivan, and Lars Sullivan picked up a dominant victory, which I was happy to see. Now, Lars Sullivan, at first you think, why is this guy making waves in NXT? Well, it's easy. He's a big guy. He has a real different look. No knock on him, but he kind of looks like Schnitzky in that way, if you remember him. But this guy has a different look, and he's big, and he's powerful, and he's very physical. I think we're going to see more and more of Lars going forward. Anyways, on to our main event, as we had the UK sensations of Tyler Bate teaming with Trent Seven as they took on the new to NXT, new to the WWE team of Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish with Adam Cole ringside, baby. That's right. The team of Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, and Bobby Fish are making huge waves in NXT. Quite frankly, I think they're the best thing going in NXT right now. At least the thing that's really making waves, the new, the fresh faces, the exciting thing, the Click-esque type impact that they're having. Anyways, this was a tremendous matchup. If you did not watch NXT and you only got time for one match, make it this one. This was a solid matchup, as on one side we saw the very UK style, which is very technical, which is very sound, taking on the well, the mixture of many different areas. We're talking New Japan, Ring of Honor, quite frankly all over the world, because Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish have wrestled all over the world. And Adam Cole, baby, was ringside, and guess what? Adam Cole, baby, super kicks Tyler Bate, and we got a real mess at the end. I'm not even going to tell you who won this matchup. I want you to go back and see it for yourself. Sorry. Spoiler alert, no spoiler. You got to go back and watch this match, because this is a great matchup. I will say this, after the match is over with, Drew McIntyre comes in and clears the ring. And what I mean by clear the ring is he scares Adam Cole and Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly. Actually, they took a powder right out of the ring, and as they were backing away, they backed right into Sanity. And Katie barred the door. We had a Pier 6 brawl, and that's the way NXT ended. Very exciting show. I really like what's going on with Adam Cole, baby, and his cohorts. Where are we going to go from here? Well, we're going to march closer and closer to NXT TakeOver Houston. So watch as things continue to build, because I really liked what NXT does. It's a very gritty show. It's a very fast-paced show. This show you can watch in under an hour on the WWE Network. And this week, for an example, let's see, we had 1, 2, 3, 4. We had 4 matches in a less than hour show. Just think, on Monday Night Raw, which is 3 hours plus, you get 6 matches. This was less than an hour and you had 4 matches. I like the way they keep the action going. They don't have to answer to networks other than their own, so they can kind of do what they want. And they always build towards a tremendous takeover event. I love NXT. What do you guys think about NXT? Let me know on the Twitter. Let me know in the comment section. And if that's not enough for you, you can hit up my personal website. I'm at Nuts and Volts, that's NUTSAND, V as in Victor, OELTZ.wordpress.com. That's my website, which is tied to my Facebook page of Paper Champion, which is tied to my Twitter, which is listed below. But as always, probably the quickest, direct route is right down here on One Wrestling's YouTube page. Hey, I'm happy to be here for One Wrestling. I'm happy to bring you the NXT show review this week, and that's it for the Nuts and Bolts of NXT.